And welcome everyone to episode number 30 of Rime of the Frost Maiden. I'm Samson Paul with the party with me tonight. How is everyone doing?
Fantastic, man. Glad to be here.
Absolutely.
I feel like a well-folded napkin.
Is there an origami pun at the end of that, or was that it?
No, I mean, I just, when you sit at a nice table for dinner and there's that napkin, it's just folded in a perfect, like half square, but it's like in the shape of a triangle. I don't know, it just does something for me.
Okay. It's got a good posture. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no joke there. Just, a different perspective on life.
I expect a pun at the end of every one of your sentences.
I can be elusive. Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Got to keep us on our toes. Well, I'm excited for this week's episode of D&D. You guys are at the Lost Spire of Netheril, which should prove to be quite interesting. But before we get started with the recap, Chris, would you like to plug the tavern?
Absolutely, I would. The Tavern is a nice little Facebook group. Facebook is garbage, but we try to make it a little bit more tolerable. Right now, during Pride Month, we are trying our best to get above 2,000 members. And when I last checked, we are 3 away from 1,700. So if you got people who want to come join us, we're essentially trying to get 300 members in the next 20 some odd days so we can get there before the month end. And if we can do that, I'm going to watch the Mummy movie for the first time because I have never seen it. Yeah, it came out when I was like 9 or 10, and I don't think it had anything that interested me. I wasn't aware that I was a bisexual then, so Brendan Fraser didn't do it for me, and honestly, mummies were whatever. I hadn't gotten into Yu-Gi-Oh yet, so I didn't give a fuck about ancient Egypt.
This is heresy.
Well, I'll be on the same side with Chris here. I, too, did not watch the Mummy movie until much later in life. The first Mummy experience I ever had included Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the Scorpion King.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen that one either.
Man, I love the Scorpion King. I thought it was a superior movie at the end of the day. But
I like the
that's a
first
hot
one.
take.
The second one is just hot garbage.
There was a second Scorpion King?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No,
Okay.
don't bother. We didn't know because it just shouldn't even exist. So,
All right. Well,
I agree
good to
though.
know.
The first one was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Man. Good memories of that movie. Well, does anyone else want to plug anything? Social media, anything like that? I got a whining cat over here.
Kitty.
Oswald, good cat. A little overweight, but you're a good cat. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Samson Paul, like you have here on Twitch. And if you're just hopping in, hit the follow button, get notified when we go live, and don't be missing out on this great little banter that we have before the sessions. Berating people for not seeing the Mummy movies. In any case, let's go ahead and get started with the recap. And we started off last week inside of the city of Bryn Shander, I believe, and making their way east towards East Haven, where they had a little bit of an encounter with the bar manager over there and found out that there was some sort of wraith that seems to be haunting the White Lady Inn, but didn't really want to get the problem taken care of, as it seems to be stayed away by the harp player that performs during the day and during the night. All good things like that. There was a brief encounter with Timmy the Tooth, who made his return to the stream with new shiny silver teeth. Quickly darting away after seeing Andy's face and recognizing who he was engaging in conversation with. The party then met up with their guide Brock and headed out northeast towards the Spire of Netheril. Along the way, it looked like the weather was going to get a little bit hazardous, and everyone set up shop and had some nice talking points during during those watches. But once watch was over with and everyone got their long rest, they set back out through the blizzard that had set in over the night. Unfortunately, their guide did not make the journey and was basically plowed by a woolly rhinoceros who was screaming words in the middle of the blizzard throughout the snow, saying it's fucking cold, if I recall correctly, and depriving the party of the rest of their guide. But Lek and Lysander were lucky enough to bribe down the guide's payment that he was looking for a little bit early. But the guide already divulging where exactly the Spire of Netheril is, the party was able to make their way and find this buried structure underneath the ground and entered in through a very, let's see. I guess a slip and slide isn't doing it justice. It'd be just a slide. An icy slide that led its way down into the bottom or top level of this spire, where a number of the party decided to hold up shop in the first level and take in the surroundings. Zizix casting his detect magic as a ritual. However, Carcass was first to go down the slide, made his way downstairs, or down the hole that had been pulverized through somehow, and ran into an individual who is inhabiting this place, named Gendrick the Blue. And Carcass, we will be going to you, meeting Gendrick the Blue, for the next 5 or 6 minutes in roleplay time. And Gendrick just got done introducing himself to you and you to him. As you take a look around in your immediate surroundings, you notice that there is a large table inside of this room. It looks like it has some sort of tablecloth over it that was very finely created, red and yellow in stature, in color rather. But then you also notice behind this wizard, Gendrick the Blue, there's something undead behind him, and wearing studded leather armor, gray flesh, and you see that part of his face is almost torn off to where you can see the skull behind him. And Gendrick sees you making this eye contact with him, and Gendrick says, "Oh, pay him no mind. He is but a servant of mine." And he looks back behind him and says, "Watch. Please, kneel." And the figure behind him kneels down to the ground and stays there and looks back to you and says, "See? He is of no harm to you. Now, what can I be so obliged to know how you made it here and why you have come here, Carcass?"
Yes, I jumped down the holes. It was fun. So I was just wondering if you had any more holes.
There are indeed more holes, but we can get to those in a little bit. I need to know a little more about you, Carcass. Now, he looks back and he says, "Krintas, rise." And the person behind him stands back up and assumes a resting position. He looks back to you.
I would like to clap and smile. And what else can you make that thing do?
Well, Carcass, those holes that you enjoy so much, Krintas here made them for me.
Oh, I like it. Oh, can he make me a hole?
We can see. How important to you are these holes? As he starts to kind of really eye you up and down and try to get a gauge of exactly who he's talking to.
Well, I do like to have the fun, and I had a lot of fun jumping down the hole at the beginning, so I just kept doing it.
Ah, yes. That first hole is a little bit zigzaggy, but I'm afraid I don't really want to make any more holes inside of this structure. It's we have what we need. We can get from the top floor down to the bottom. There's no reason to make more holes, Carcass.
Oh, okay. Would you mind if I made the holes?
I would mind if you made the holes, Carcass. We do not need any more.
Oh. Do you live here?
Yes. Unfortunately, I do. For the time being.
Okay. Well, what else do you want to do? We could play a game.
Well, I want to get to know you, Carcass. Where are you from? Surely you're not from around here.
Oh, no. I'm from Kothos. My friends told me that is not where we are, but I don't believe them.
Well, they would be correct. We are in Icewind Dale, Carcass.
Where is that?
Icewind Dale is the very north of the Sword Coast.
Oh. What is a sword coast?
Well, the Sword Coast is the continent that you find yourself on.
Oh, I see. What is a continent?
Continent is a landmass that is surrounded by ocean, the sea.
Oh, yes, like Kothos. So we are on the Kothos island?
We are not on the Kothos Island. We are on the Sword Coast. Kothos sounds like it's another continent, but I'm not familiar exactly where that would be. I know to the south you can get to Chult, but Kothos, it's not something that I've heard of personally.
I've never heard of this cultist.
Of Kothos?
A cult.
Oh, a cult. You haven't heard of a cult, I see. Well, be that as it may, Carcass, I think I have some things to divulge to you. You seem like a trustworthy individual.
Oh. Okay.
I am a simulacrum of my creator, and this tower that you find yourself standing in is but a fragment of the Netherese flying city that crashed nearly 2,000 years ago, and it lies somewhere under the glacier to the north of us. And I have discovered, in exploring this tower, on the lowest level of this inverted tower, my original creator had found a chamber that can turn illusions into reality. The life spark of a living creature is needed to activate this power. And as a creation of snow and shadow like myself, I have no life spark of my own. And Krintas, as he looks back and gestures to the individual standing behind him, my undead bodyguard is of no help in this regard. And I assure you the chamber downstairs will not hurt anyone but Carcass. Can I ask you a favor?
Oh, maybe. What do you want?
Can you bring me something with a life spark?
Oh, yes, I could probably make a fire.
Not a fire, Carcass. Something with the spark of life. Something that lives, that sees, that thinks.
Oh, okay. Well, my friends could probably bring you something.
Oh, you did not come alone.
I will quickly look around me. I mean, Yes, Carcass is alone. I don't know where everyone else is.
Oh, how far away from your friends are you, Carcass? Did you get lost?
Oh, no, I just jumped down the holes.
Were your friends with you before you jumped down the hole?
I think I remember them being up there. I don't know how far or where they are.
I see. Well, Carcass, if they have up and left you, I assure you, you have a friend in me. Can we agree on that mutually?
Oh, no, I don't think we are friends yet. And my friends, they would be here somewhere. I don't think that the two of them would abandon Carcass.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe they've found their way upstairs and are looking around, perhaps.
Oh, they might be. I don't know.
Would you like to go find them?
Oh, yes, I could do that.
Very well. I'll wait down here for your return.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Carcass?
I will try to climb back up into the hole.
Okay. So, Carcass, you make your way up back through the hole, climbing all the way back up, and you pop your head out, and you see everyone gathered into a room with Styx doing a little bit of a rain dance type of thing. And you all see Carcass's head popping up out of the hole inside of the room.
Hello, everybody.
Carcass, it's good to see you alive.
Oh yes, Carcass is alive.
I never doubted.
There is a person down here. It is I think he said his name was Geriatric the Blue.
My grandfather's there.
Is he blue?
I mean, kind of.
Okay, Seely's granddad is downstairs then.
I would like to note my grandfather died several years ago. It's probably not actually him, but it could be worth checking out.
Well, there is a dead person there too, so maybe it is someone else and your grandfather.
Carcass, can I ask you a very personal question?
Well, I guess.
Are you all there?
I will look down at myself. Yes, I don't think I am missing any parts.
Wonderful. Well, Zyzix, about how much longer do you have?
Zyzix is gonna ignore him and continue along his ritual.
Classic Zyzix.
Good talk. This is why you're such a valued ally and friend.
Would we happen to know how long Zyzix has already been doing his ritual? And would we be familiar with how long it normally takes?
I mean, you would know as a spellcaster that most rituals take about 10 minutes, at least for the very basic of rituals, which Detect Magic is one. You would know that he's been doing this for about 5 or 6 minutes now.
Okay, then I will turn to Silas and say, he's probably about halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
And am I to understand
Whoa.
he cannot be interrupted at all?
He might have to start over if his concentration's broken, so I'd leave him to it.
So no wet willies, understood.
Yeah, that'd be detrimental at this point.
Oh, Can anyone make sparks?
Possibly. Can you provide more context?
Yes.
What do you mean?
What? Why are you asking?
Oh, the man downstairs, he wants to see us make sparks.
Okay, what exactly did he say?
He said he found a place that did something with other things and wanted to know if Carcass could make sparks.
Well, that clears
And-
that up.
I said no, unless he wants me to make a fire. But he said not the fire, that he needs real sparks. So I said, well, maybe my friends could, but Styx looks busy. So I don't know if Andy can. So I thought I would also ask everyone else.
Well, we will just have to see exactly what he meant once Zizix is done with his ritual.
Might I recommend that maybe we take half of us down to this mystery man while half of us stay up here? I'm willing to go.
That's not a terrible idea. It might be beneficial. I could go as well. And Carcass, I think you would be wise to come with us.
Oh, yes, I would like to go see you make sparks.
Well, Lysander, Eclipse, Vega, which of you wants to join us?
I'll tell you what, I do want to go down there, but if some of us are staying, I'll volunteer to stay, because there's a lot of books up here I'm very interested in looking at anyways. So I'll stay up here with Zizix.
I also wouldn't mind to have a look around.
Eclipse, did you want to join us, or is it just the three of us?
I guess I'll tag along. It's kind of boring here, not gonna lie.
Wonderful. Well, you've got three of the greatest minds here, and yourself, Carcass. Can't discount you for anything. So, I suppose we should head on down and meet Geriatric the Blue, you said?
Oh, yes, that is who he is.
Let's go.
Vega's going to kind of lean over towards Eclipse and mumble, well, I mean, two of the three greatest minds here are being left behind, but, whatever.
Don't take it too hard.
All right.
For the record, he meant himself and Zizix.
So, with that, Carcass, Lek, Silas, and then Eclipse head down into the hole. In the meantime, what would the rest of you like to do? Vega and Lysander.
I'm looking for more books while Zizix continues his ritual.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check to look for any more books that seem to be intact and legible.
And you. I got a 4.
Oh.
With that, unfortunately, all you seem to be coming across are just books that almost disintegrate as you try to open them up, and the pages are dusty and stuck together, and it does not seem to be any luck finding anything that you can pick up and read. A lot of the books that do look to be intact, the ink has faded quite horribly and is just illegible.
All right. Well, we'll keep looking as long as
Take
I'm
some
not
more time, and through time you might have a different result. But right now, Lysander, what would you like to do?
I would like to have a look around.
Okay.
I want to stay at least inside of Vega and Zizix and Andy, but just look through the architecture and the other corridors inside this strange building structure.
Sure. So go ahead and let's make that an investigation check, as well as you're kind of going for more detail than just a brief scan, I'm assuming.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna get shit. That was a nat 1.
Well, you can take a look around, and you recognize a lot of this structure. You've seen this back where you were from, in the time that you were from, and that's not hard to identify whatsoever. But any further detail into that, you can't grasp anything or extrapolate any information that you're trying to look around into. However, give me a history check.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a 4. Well,
That's a
new
4?
die. Going dice jail.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you just take a look around, and the biggest weird thing is, you see the sconces on the sides of the room, and the flame burns downward instead of flickering upward like you would normally see. But anything other than that, it's hard to really extrapolate any sort of extra information from that.
The flame burns downward, you say?
Burns downward.
In that case, how brightly lit is this room, by the way?
It's very lit.
It's so
It's cool as fucking hell in there.
It is lit up in here. Okay. Okay. So are there torches burning and candles burning? Am I seeing that?
Just the sconces on the side. They burn brightly, but you see that the flame is burning downward. There's no candles lit on the chandelier that lays on the floor in front of you. Nothing like that.
Okay. What do I see when I look up?
When you look up, you see a very intricate flooring that seems to be made of either stone or some sort of metal. It looks to be patterned in nature. It's a very nice floor.
Okay, I would like to take out a gold coin, and I want to drop it on the floor. I want to see what it does.
It drops normally to the floor and bounces a few times before laying flat.
Search Isaac Newton.
The whole place
Okay.
burning is upside down.
Yeah,
It's just the torches should be burning upside down.
this is very peculiar, I say as I retrieve my coin.
And you look towards the sides and you see that the bookshelves had been fastened to the walls, as you see that they have kind of leaned up against or leaned away from the wall a little bit, and you can see the metal rods that are holding them in place.
I'm gonna walk up to Vega, see as how he was trying to look through some books, say, find anything interesting?
Oh, just one so far. Most of them seem to be in pretty horrible condition and not readable, but I did find one that seems very interesting. But I'm going to keep looking to see what else I can find.
Have you noticed, I say as I point towards the fire and the sconces, that the flame is burning downward?
And I'll glance over at one of them and say, that is rather peculiar. I'm sure it's some kind of magical flame.
Something is just very off in this place.
Well, I mean, it's upside down, so that's part of it.
Yes. Very astute of you, indeed.
And Vega, give me another investigation check. Nick, you can continue. Sorry.
But why is it upside down? Is my question.
Well, because it fell from the sky and landed here that way. I would assume. That's better. That's a 14.
So you notice about probably 10 feet away from you, up high, there are a few books that are still inside of those bookshelves that are attached to the now ceiling.
How high up are they?
About 10 foot.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, so if I'm a little over 7 feet, my trunk probably isn't 3 feet long then.
It's just out of reach, but you can make an athletics check to try to jump up and knock them down.
Okay, we'll try that.
All right.
$14?
14. You're able to get a little bit of more than a credit card hop and knock some books off the shelf there. And one of them looks to be intact as it topples down to the floor.
Hey, all right. I will pick it up.
And you take a look at this book, and the title reads Wizards in the Hollow, and on the back it says The Birth of the Netherese Empire, chronicled, and in this otherwise dull, plodding story about the lives of 3 Netherese wizards.
Interesting. What did you say the title was?
Wizards in the Hollow.
Awesome.
It was
Do I see
really...
him
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Do I see him retrieve this book?
Yeah, you do.
I would like to peer over his shoulder at it since he seems interested in it.
Yeah, and you see the title of the book. You are familiar with the book a little bit. You have seen it in libraries throughout your time. Whether or not you'd read it and know the story, that's a random chance of history if you would like to make a roll on that.
Sure. 7.
You might have glanced at the few pictures that are inside of the book, but you didn't really take in very much information. Who needs history when you're living in the here and now?
Yeah.
Lysander.
Well, my history is history.
I was trying really hard with...
Get on Pahonics,
That was-
working for meh. Meh.
My joke was awful.
Rime again?
I apologize.
That's all right. When I read the title Wizards in the Hollow, I was trying to make a Boys in the Hood joke, but I couldn't come up with one.
Oh,
That's sad. I would have loved to hear that.
It would have been great, but I couldn't connect the dots.
well, if I do recognize that book from my time, I would mention that to Vega. Vega, this book is from my time.
This whole place is from pretty close to your time, isn't it?
Congratulations.
I think it just may be. There's something oddly familiar about all of this. I can't quite put my finger on it.
And as Lysander completes that sentence, Zizix, you complete your detect magic spell. Uh-oh, his net is super choppy. Unfortunate. So, he completes his spell, And we'll hop back down to Carcass, Lek, Silas, and Eclipse. You guys emerge from the hole, descending downward, and you look and see a man, an older gentleman wearing blue robes and a blue hat, blue wizard's hat, facing you, and he says, "Ah, Carcass, I see you found your friends."
Yes, my friends, they did not want to come down, but these three came with me.
Oh, I
You
see.
must be Ash Dick the Pooh.
No. His name is Geriatric the Blue, and Dabba Dee Dabba Die. It's nice to meet you.
Well, I would like to correct you on that small, demeaning correction, and my name is Gendrick the Blue. Thank you very much.
Oh, 1,000 apologies, good sir. I never can really trust what comes out of Carcass's mouth when it comes to names. I just had to, freestyle it there a little bit. Sorry.
What a wonderful group of diplomats we sent down to meet this stranger.
Thanks.
In any case, I would not be so quick to cast Carcass aside. He seems quite capable.
Yes, that he is. I find he is incredibly useful at making problems disappear.
And that I have no doubt whatsoever. Now, I'll ask you the same question that I asked Carcass. What exactly are you doing here? How did you get here? This place was lost for a good millennia or so, at least, and it just so happens within the span of a month and a half, two groups of adventurers stumble upon this place.
Well, it is so hard to find good real estate, especially one that is accepting of a plural lifestyle like our own. So, you have to find what you can get. And unfortunately, our realtor was run down by a mammoth as soon as we walked in.
Someone was trying to sell you this place.
Yes, how's the school system here? We're looking to adopt a few little ones.
Well,
No. Never.
You will find no shortage of books here, let me assure you that. But I will say it is all very dated.
Dated? What do you mean by dated?
This is one of the spires of Netheril, and if you have not heard of Netheril, it was a great empire that ruled this region some 1,800, 2,200 years ago.
Yes, I am familiar. In fact, I've been researching Netheril since I came to these lands, and it was through actually a bit of luck that I heard a couple chaps discussing the recent discovery of its location, and I paid one of them to take us here.
Ah, the realtor.
Right, yes, the realtor, sure, that wasn't the arrangement that we had come to, but I suppose we could call him that. At any rate, I personally came here in hopes of finding perhaps some useful items left over from the great time of the Empire of Netheril.
Ah, yes, I see. Well, there are secrets here that I have not had the opportunity to uncover, but if you were to help me, I would have no problem sharing that with you.
I certainly am not against quid pro quo.
Who's against quid pro quo? It's such a great thing.
Exactly. So, what is it that you need?
Well, first things first, I would like to explain to you that I am a simulacrum. I'm not actually real, but I am of snow and shadow, if you will, as he demonstrates by picking up a quill that is on the table, and he says, I am no more real than an illusion. However, I have the ability to manipulate the world around me as my original creator saw that I was able to do. However, I desire to live like any person who desires to be a real boy. I'm sure you've heard the tale.
Terrifying. Do go on.
But there is a very powerful device within this spire that can make and manifest illusions to be actual things. And for me to take form as a real boy, I need something to transfer the life force from. And I would like some assistance in procuring such a life force, the spark of life.
Can I insight check this Mamma Jammer?
Sure.
$14.
Yeah, seems like he's on the up and up.
When you say transfer the life force, do you mean taking the life fully from one living being, or just a portion of it?
Well, unfortunately, I have not been able to do very much testing in that regard. There is a bit of uncertainty on that. The worst case scenario, I would take the life spark from that living being, and it would be transferred to me, and they would become undead. Or just dead. Sorry, Crintus. As he turns back and you start to notice this undead servant rising to his full stature. His initial appearance here was obscured by the table in front of you. But you see this very large undead creature standing behind him. Yes, how rude of me. This is Crintus. He is a loyal servant of mine, and he helped us bang and bust our way down here.
That is one hell of a quo.
Yes, it is, but the secrets that lie here are surely great.
Well, I'm not against voting someone off of our island and serving them up. Just kidding. Wink.
I mean, the idea is certainly there, but have you found anyone to do this willingly?
Like I said, only two parties have stumbled upon this spire since I have arrived. The first one being the one that my creator was a part of, and then the second being yours. No one else has dared venture inside.
Might I offer up a theory? What
Sure.
if someone who has a large amount of life force were to offer themselves up? Would their chances of surviving be greater if they had more life force than someone perhaps like me, for example?
I wish I had the answer to that question, but it remains a mystery.
Well, certainly worth considering if we go through with this, for sure.
Not for nothing, Lek, but don't elves usually live for thousands of years?
You forget, I am not completely an elf.
Yeah, he's part asshole.
Is Lek a half elf?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I've just been assuming he's been full elf this whole time.
That's racist.
Wow, it
Your
was
ears are very striking.
Why, thank you. Oh. Anyways.
Not it.
Yes, I already established that I'm not it. Yes. Yes.
And Gendrick looks over to the tabaxi and says, "You haven't really spoken up much. What are your names, actually? I don't think I know anyone here but Carcass."
Well, I'm Eclipse of the Moon, and I'm not so sure how comfortable I feel about going out and killing someone just so you could have a actual full life force.
Well, I'm Lek, and I'm actually pretty comfortable with the idea as long as it's the right person.
My name is Benjamin Dover, and Royal Advisor.
Ah. It's very nice to meet you all. Now, I understand it might be difficult to make the hard choices in life, but the hard choices in life, they're reserved for leaders. Maybe I should speak to the leader of the party.
Okay,
Right.
you can speak to me.
Okay. Yes.
I wouldn't really say our party has a leader necessarily. Some are more competent than others.
Don't be silly, Eclipse. Of course our party has a leader, but they're feeling a bit ill and they've lost their voice today.
Oh no, I led you down here, so I am the leader.
This is true. Carcass is absolutely one of the primary leaders.
And he is more than willing to lay himself in the line for the good of the group.
Yes, I will kill many people. It is fine.
Well, Carcass, this is not a question of killing, but an offer of sacrifice, perhaps, if everything goes worst case scenario.
Oh no,
Tits up.
I only kill things.
I see. Well, would you be able to capture something, some person, and bring them here for me to test?
My best friend would want me to ask you one important question.
And what would that be?
How much does it pay?
Well, and he kind of looks down and looks back to Crintus just slightly, and he says, "Unfortunately, my creator had all of the currency and left me here to report back to him with any sort of updates, but sparingly, of course. I do not have any money, but there are things here that could be worth a fortune if sold to the right person."
I'm assuming this must be a sentient being, not so much an animal, correct?
We can certainly try it, but I think our best shot is to use something that is sentient, yes.
Right.
Something that can see, that can speak, that can feel emotion. Something like that.
I mean, those mammoths outside certainly felt emotion, I think.
Yes, that woolly rhinoceros. He was speaking just before he impaled our guide. You know, it would be kind of hard to wrangle, though.
He was speaking. Well, a woolly rhinoceros might be a little large to pull in through those holes that you entered through.
Yes, like a square peg in a circle hole for sure.
But a person would be a fine test subject.
Well, unfortunately, we are a bit out in the middle of nowhere, but if we were to find someone and bring them back here later on, I'm not opposed to going through that trouble. Perhaps. If I know it's worthwhile.
What about that Timmy fellow? We don't like him, right?
I don't like a lot of you, but I'm not going to just see you all dead unless I'm the one doing it. That came out weird, but I meant it.
What?
What? I'm not so indignified to let someone else kill you. If I want you dead, I'll do it myself. I'm not
Thanks,
lazy.
I guess.
Yes, you should be very grateful for that. It's a very kind thing.
I see. Anyways, well, you've given us a lot to think about. Regardless, even if we did agree to assist you with this task, it would take us a little bit of time to procure the needed experiment.
I completely understand your concerns, but if I were to solidify anything, please take a look around and, well, something does come to mind, actually.
Oh?
There is maybe something that we can test. The cafeteria here, it has been occupied by a creature that I dare not tackle myself.
Okay, now we're talking about a problem we can handle.
Perhaps if you were to knock it unconscious and bring it into the testing room, you might be able to try it, but I fear what would happen if it went awry.
What exactly is it?
It's a basilisk.
What?
Oh!
A basilisk.
Is it a baby basilisk, perchance?
No, I understand that you do not want to look this thing in the eye, so I did not see how large it was, but by the sounds that it makes from outside of those walls, I would say it is an adult-size one.
Hold on, didn't you just say you weren't real? Can't you look anything in the eyes and be perfectly fine?
I'm not gonna risk that.
Then why should we?
Take a look around and see if you find any loot that you would like to take home with you.
I do like loot. Can I go ahead and roll an investigation or something?
Yeah, you can definitely take a look around this room.
That's a 19.
19. So you take a look around, and then you see some sort of cylinder that looks to be a deep black, kind of like in the shape of a scroll.
Dibs, what is this?
With that investigation roll, you're able to take a look at this, and you see the inscription has the figure of an individual in one frame, and in the next frame there is nothing, but there seems to be some sort of bubble surrounding it. And Gendrick looks to you and he says, let me see. I can't identify this outright, but I can tell you this looks like a scroll of invisibility.
Oh, I can identify it, and I'll cast Identify.
Scroll of invisibility, and the tube, the spell scroll case, is made of chatelaine.
I'll just go ahead and pocket that.
And he says, well, consider that a down payment, I suppose. I would not like to have any of these items go into your hands without the deed being done, if you understand.
Right.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I'll find something for you to suck the life out of. Lek, you're pretty freewheeling. You want to drop your pants for him?
Oh,
Whoa.
oh, Silas. Oh, that's not the basilisk he's talking about, bud. I'll keep him in my own cafeteria, thank you very much. I'll be serving dinner later.
That's great. This sounds like a whole party decision that we need to focus on. So maybe we should go confer with the rest of our members, yeah?
I suppose that would be best at this conjunction.
I would say so.
Oh, yes, more deliberation. Don't worry, I have nothing but time.
I envy that.
If only we could switch places.
Ha! I see what you did there. Oh, time but constraints.
Who knows? Maybe it would create you as a simulacrum, Lek.
Yes, but I feel as a simulacrum you are quite limited in your existence, are you not?
Well, it depends on what I choose for my existence to be. If I wish to travel and see the land, as it were, I'm free to do so. If I wish to accumulate wealth in a meaningful fashion, I could do so forever. Don't have to eat. It's not all bad.
Why?
Have you considered living under a bridge and telling people riddles as they pass?
That seems very beneath me, thank you.
Seems like something you'd be very good at.
What did you say, Eclipse?
Said very beneath.
Well, I appreciate your stamp of commendation on that, but I would choose to direct my efforts elsewhere.
So, if you have that range of ability, why do you want to have the spark of life again?
Well, because I've never been in love, Lek. I had a few assistants come and go through the Arcane Brotherhood, but no one really stuck around. They did not like my creator's demeanor. They're just memories to me, right? I am just a figment of his creation, but I wish to experience these things myself. And if I were to experience these feelings, I would feel fulfilled.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Thank you. I'm not in the room, but that sounds like such bullshit.
17.
I'm doing it for love. Ooh.
It definitely seems like there's more to this story, but there is a kernel of truth to what he says.
Generic, I am a romantic at heart. Love is incredibly important to me, but I can't help but feel you're not being entirely honest with us. Can you give me a bit more to go on so that way I can give my fellow party members the entire story?
Well, the truth is I want to kill my creator.
Now, revenge is something I can absolutely get behind.
He, is quite an asshole. He treated me and poor poor Crintus here like tools, and we are equals as I see it. Though he does listen to me, it is for our best interest. But I would like to get my final revenge on my creator.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you sure you're the simulacrum and it's not some memories implanted in you? Maybe you're actually the original and they're the simulacrum and they've just swapped up the mind a little bit.
I know that I'm the simulacrum because I cannot cast Make Simulacrum.
Alright, damn, that's a good point. Well, let us confer with our friends, and we will possibly be back down, and hopefully not with just an axe in your throat.
I do anticipate your return to be beneficial.
I am a kind and just person. So, Silas's angel, shall we head off?
I guess.
I'm all aflutter. Angel Wingpan.
Carcass, thank you for introducing us to your friend here. This was a wildly beneficial meeting of the minds.
Yes. You are welcome, silly.
I'll throw him some rations.
I will kind of look at that and say, where is the real food?
I don't necessarily carry real food with me, I'm sorry. But I could buy you something when we get back into town.
Oh. Okay, we will see. And I will go ahead and go up the hole.
All right. And Lek, as you start to turn around and make your way out, you kick something across the floor that has a metal resonating sound as it clatters. And you look down and you find yet another key. This one brass.
I will try to stealthily pocket this one as well.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. Put that down as you hear Gendrick calling from behind you. I let Silas take the scroll as down payment, but that key, wherever it unlocks, should stay here for now.
I'm guessing you didn't know this was here, right?
I did see it was there, I just haven't bothered to pick it up.
Well, you've gotten my services with that down payment, but allowing him to keep the key could ensure that at least you have two of us, at the very least. And I'll roll persuasion of that if that's, something.
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion.
$23.
Very well. Go ahead and hold on to that key then, Lek.
I will do just that. Thank you, good sir. And then I look at Silas and kind of give him a look of appreciation.
I'll nod and head on back up the hole.
Up the hole, then.
All right.
Up the hole.
To come back down later. And then up again, perhaps.
Oh my god.
You guys ascend, and you find Lysander and Vega looking over a few books. Andy keeping watch on the hole, listening and leaning up against the wall, making sure nothing's coming from behind you. And Zizix has finished his Detect Magic spell.
So, find anything interesting?
Oh, I
He
found a
is-
book or two since we've been here.
And I see Zizix still isn't talking to me. Very upsetting. I thought we could put everything behind us, but I guess not.
Zizix seems to be taking in the environment and trying to decipher what it is, and seems to be remaining in that ritualistic trance despite the spell coming to a conclusion.
No, Zizix simply doesn't like me. Don't defend him just because he's not here. Well, the simulacrum downstairs is certainly interesting. I got a free scroll and Luck found a key, but He wants one of us to give up a life spark or some garbage to bring him back to life.
Alternatively, we could go fight a basilisk in the cafeteria.
That seems less fun, but yes, it is an alternative solution. I think if we could find a rat, that'd be wonderful, but I don't imagine there's a lot of rats in this tipsy-turvy little house that we find ourselves in.
If only Brock was still alive. Ugh.
That is a damn shame, absolutely. It's almost as if fate conspired against us to have him get run over by a mammoth.
Weird.
Damn fate.
I'm used to fate pulling cards and, well, not necessarily in my favor, but against me.
So anyways, we wanted to see what you all thought of, and the payment for, providing this life for him would be, well, not necessarily a life, but that's like worst case scenario, but the payment would be he would, share some of the secrets of this tower with us.
Yes, Adriana, what do you think? I trust everyone! Alright, Adriana's vote is to help this clearly evil person.
Adriana has spoken.
Why do we need him to reveal the secrets of this tower for us when we can just find them out ourselves?
You're not wrong, but there is something about him that tells me to be extra cautious about getting on his bad side. But you're not wrong, and it's much better than trying to find something or fight a basilisk, I'll give you that.
Where is the
To
beast?
be honest, I will be honest with you. He has brought up two motivations that are very near and dear to my heart. Love and revenge.
He said the beast was located in the cafeteria.
The way I see it, if we plan on exploring this structure any further, I think it would be best to get rid of that thing so that we may have safe passage.
Above table, if you have a mirror, can you, look at a basilisk?
I don't know. Maybe. You can certainly try.
Hey, Carcass, I have a mirror that you can borrow.
Okay.
Hold that thought, buddy. You'll be my holder in a second here. Anyways, there's 3 votes for the basilisk. Anybody else?
I don't know. If we kill the basilisk,
Let's
he wants
end
to
all
inhabit
day.
the thing.
Sorry, what'd you say, Eclipse?
I was saying, if we end up killing the basilisk, and that's the thing he wants to inhabit, and then he decides to turn against us, and that's us fighting it the second time.
Is that exactly how that works? Did he say he becomes the thing, or just absorbs their life force? To become his person as a person again?
And I think the thing has to be living, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am reading too much into it, but I would assume it has to have a life spark to give.
I feel like we're all saying 3 different things.
So we need to knock out a basilisk, not kill it,
Yes.
and bring it for him to steal its life force, basically, is what you're saying.
Yes, to bring his body to back to humanity instead of in its current state.
Would I know anything about simulacrum or basilisks?
Go ahead and make a Arcana check for the simulacrum and then a nature check for the basilisk. You can choose which one you want to do first.
Okay, I will start with Arcana.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you know Simulacrum is a very, very high level wizard spell where they're able to make a complete and almost perfect duplicate of themselves. You know that Simulacrums are eternal in a sense until they are destroyed, in which they evaporate into the materials that they are made of. But they are very real in the sense of the physical realm. They can manipulate things, cast spells, but you know that they're limited in how many spells they can cast, as they do not regenerate spells.
Interesting. Okay. And
Very good roll.
yeah, thank you. So if it's a copy of its creator, then would it have the same feelings, thoughts, memories, motivations?
No, it becomes its own entity. It is subservient to an extent, but given enough time, simulacrums can turn on their creators. Feelings, they drift over time. They have their own thoughts.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And I guess I will roll that nature check for the Basilisk.
Okay.
Also a dirty 20.
Nice. So with that, let's see exactly what information I can divulge for you here. So you know basilisks, they are very large, dangerous monstrosities. They have 8 legs, spines across their back like a porcupine, and they have a gleaming blue eye that, if you were to look into it, can turn things into stone like a Medusa.
Okay, and would I know if you could safely look at it through a reflection?
No, you would not know that.
Okay. Okay. Would I know anything about any weaknesses or invulnerabilities that they have?
You would know that they do not have any weaknesses or invulnerabilities.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Well, I'll share all of that with the party if I know all of that. Hey guys, everything that Sam just said.
Oh man.
Sorry, it was a lot. I didn't want to repeat all of it and make,
You're
the
good,
entire
you're
audience hear it twice.
Sam is the god of this world. Don't you read up on your religion?
Exactly. So everyone listen to God, and that way I don't have to repeat it.
All right. Well, the way I see it, we have 2 choices here. Choice 1, we attempt to provide Jandrik with some kind of sacrifice. Choice 2, we attempt to search the tower and plunder it on our own. Choice 1, we might have to fight a basilisk or kidnap somebody. Choice 2, we might have to fight Jandrik.
Okay, my input on the situation, I'm not willing to sacrifice an innocent person to help him out, but we're probably going to need to get rid of this basilisk either way if we plan on exploring this place further, so it might be worth trying that.
I could ask him for clarification if the basilisk needs to be alive or dead.
He did say alive.
I would assume alive if he's trying to get a life force from it.
I do remember him saying it needed to be alive.
Did he mention any idea or any suggestions that we could use to lure that thing to him, or how exactly did this conversation go with this gentleman?
Well, we opened it up by calling him the wrong name twice, so that was a good start. Then, eventually we got down to his request for the spark, and then he mentioned this creature inhabiting this tower that we could try as an experiment before going outside of the tower itself.
So, how is he planning on getting the spark of life from this thing into himself anyways?
There's this chamber he spoke of, I think in the lower, but technically the upper portion of this tower that has the ability to, I don't remember the exact words, I might have heard it secondhand from
Make something that is an illusion into an actual thing.
Right.
Would I know what would be able to do something like that?
You would not.
Okay. Very
I
interesting.
am impressed at how much you retain there, Lek.
It is surprising, isn't it?
It's true.
Yes, truth be told, I kind of drifted out after he refused to acknowledge the reference to the famed Bod Troop IFL 65.
That was pretty rude.
Yes,
Well, that's good.
details, yes. Names, not so much my strong suit.
He just must be feeling blue.
Dabudi, dabudai.
I mean, if he was green,
Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
he would die for sure.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die. We have a new battle cry, people. Silas's angels will be feared when they hear it. Or people will be feared of us. Either way, dabba-dee-dabba-die. Just scream it before you kill someone.
So, I guess the natural next question is, does anybody have some kind of spell that can knock something unconscious?
Not I.
So
I
if
get
you were to
insulted.
if you were to physically attack it or designate before you make your final attack that you wish to make the blow an unconscious blow, you can designate that as your striking action.
Oh, right. Good.
Yep.
Still be me.
Monk's Eclipse, in this case, being that most of her strikes come from her fist or her quarterstaff, would be a prime target to have do the final blow, as everything that she does technically makes things unconscious instead of outright dead, unless she goes the extra mile to cave in someone's head.
Perfect.
DM, would a basilisk be considered like a beast or an animal?
Monstrosity.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, same. Damn.
And
Animals
become its
like
friend. Well, there's no saying we can't run back downstairs really quick and ask him if he has any particular tips before we go and face it.
I think that would be a good idea so that the rest of us are all caught up on what needs to be done.
Well, I feel like we told you what needs to be done. It's just a matter of how to do it more so.
Yes.
And at this point, Zizix, you actually spring back. He's back, right? I thought I saw him. Yeah. You spring back and you have finished your detect magic ritual, and you are just overcome by different magical auras that you're detecting.
What kind am I detecting?
So, first and foremost, you are detecting inside of this room evocation magic. That is emanating from the sconces on the side of the walls. Let's see. You are also detecting through the hallway. Inside of the next room, you're detecting some more evocation magic that has a different feel to it. It's a little bit stronger. Let's see what else is inside of this room here. That's all that you detect inside of this room. And a little bit coming in from outside of the room.
Okay, and remind me, sorry, I've been having some network issues. Is everyone still in the same room as me, or am I in that room by myself?
Everyone's in here with you. They were kind of just making sure everything was on the up and up as you were doing your ritual, making sure no surprise attackers came in from behind, stuff like that.
And Zizix is gonna say, guys, there's a lot of magic in this place.
Well, that was the hope, so that's good. What?
What was that?
Sorry, Sam, you said evocation and illusion and what other type of magic?
2 evocations and an illusion.
Oh, okay.
The evocation that was coming in from outside of this room, definitely stronger than the evocation coming from within.
Okay, Zizix is just gonna start walking towards the strong one.
Okay. So Zizix takes a look around and then starts to head out the door into the hallway. And as you enter the hallway, to the left of straight out the door, you see a door that has been opened previously by Lek. And you are feeling that magic coming in from that direction. Would anyone like to follow him?
Yeah, if he just walks out of the room, I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he's the magic boy, and I want the
Yes.
magic.
Oh, we'll go with him too.
Okay. And Zizix, you
I'll hide
follow your
behind
nose.
Caucus.
You follow your nose, and then it brings you into an upside-down workshop in this room. It contains a shattered and jumbled equipment, a bunch of it. Much of it near 2 heavy wooden work tables, one on its side and the other one completely upside down. However, as you start to look around, you see that there is a door to your right, and that is where you are sensing that evocation magic.
Through the door or on the door itself?
Through the door.
Okay. Can I inspect the door for any type of traps?
You can make an investigation check.
That's a 17.
17. Looks good.
Does this door have a keyhole?
It does.
Since I came, would I see this door and keyhole?
You would be able to see it, yes.
This would actually probably go, as soon as he realizes that there is no traps, he would open the door.
The door opens just fine. So, Zizix, as you are taking the lead, you see this first as everyone starts to follow in behind you. The floor of this room is covered with shards of glass, frozen pools of spilled fluids, and the wreckage of 2 cabinets. In a niche far corner of the room, there is a metal chest bolted to the ceiling with the lid seemingly locked.
Bolted to the ceiling, meaning the floor, but we're upside down, so it's above us?
Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
Is the magic emanating from the chest?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to command Pointy to try and open the chest.
Okay.
As he is able to fly.
Pointy flies up and he grabs at the lid of the chest and pulls, but it seems to be locked.
Allow me, Zizix. And I'm going to cast
someone.
Mage Hand and give it both of my keys. And
Okay.
let my Mage Hand attempt to, since I have the keys, it's technically not the same as, the cheat version on my spell card here, right? So I can use Mage Hand to unlock something with a key, right?
Yep,
Can do that?
absolutely.
Nice, cool. So can I attempt to use both keys on that chest?
Which key would you like to use first?
Go with the iron key first.
Okay. As the mage hand ascends to the chest, it inserts the key and turns it, and the lid pops open. And falling from the ceiling are 4 potions of some sort. I would like, let's see, the closest 2 would be Zizix and Lek. We'll give Pointy 1 too. I would like you guys to make dexterity checks to try to catch these potions.
$17. Just kidding.
Alright, 9 for Zizix.
Okay. And then Pointy?
And Pointy has a 15.
Okay. Lek, what did you get? It was 17?
Well, that was the save. The actual check was a 10.
Okay. So Lek, you're able to manipulate your body to get underneath one of these potions and catch it. Pointy, what was his roll one more time?
15.
15. He's able to swoop down and catch another one. And Zizix, as you get underneath it, you have the tough choice of deciding on which potion that did not get caught to catch. And in your indecision, both potions fall to the floor and crash.
Zizix is going to look at the floor, very depressed.
Now, I would like Lek and Zizix, you would roll 1 for Pointy to both roll a d4.
Sorry, a d4 for,
Yeah, just
for
a
me
flat.
and Pointy.
Just for you. Or just for Pointy, technically.
Booyah, 4.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if that's a booyah. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
And Lek?
Sorry, I just rolled 17 d4s accidentally.
That's a hell of a magic missile.
18th level
There you go.
magic missile.
4.
What'd you roll, Lek?
4. I rolled a 4.
Roll again.
Ew.
Okay. And Pointy returns down with a almost like it's like a teal blue potion, and then Lek, you catch more of a deeper blue potion.
I like it deep. Interesting.
Zizix is going to look at Lek and say, do you care if I have that? I just want to see what it is and see if I can, replicate it.
Nothing in life is for free, Zizix. But I tell you what, if you should find anything else that you might want to try and trade me for it with, I'd be happy to oblige you.
What about a bag of holding?
Unfortunately, as much as I know you love trading those, that's not what I am here for. So, Find something in
Yeah,
the tower and perhaps we can
But you can trade that for something else.
Lek, please, we're all on the same team. Just let him take a look at it. Come on, we don't want him to think you're a traitor of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, if you find anything in the tower that you might think like an object, I'd be willing to trade you for it. I'm going to leave it at that.
Sam, would my detect magic be able to determine what type of magic was in the potion bottle?
Both of them are evocation.
Evocation. Okay, got it.
With that, I'll give Silas one hard look and then put the potion in my bag.
Man, some people.
Incredibly rude, but oh well.
I guess no more potions for him.
I tried to help.
My terms are more than reasonable, quite frankly. But, be what you want to be, I suppose.
You're the one being this way. I just want to know what it is so I can see if I can maybe give it to the entire group?
Your words were, can I have that?
Yeah, so I can look at what it is.
No, that's quite alright, Zizix. Like I said, find something you can trade me for it with. I'll deal with that.
Whatever, your loss.
Perhaps.
No, it's your loss. Zizix will put the potion in his bag and kind of pat Pointy on the head.
He looks pleased.
Like we'll
You should.
walk away.
But that's all that you are able to see within this room. You don't notice anything else emanating magic outside of the sconces that are in this room. You can disseminate between those types of magic quite easily, as they're very low wattage, so to speak.
Alright, well, now that we've finished our little field trip, shall we head down to Jandrick and get any tips before facing the Basilisk?
And Zizix is gonna say, "You mean Jendrick? Man, why does that name sound familiar?"
He refers to himself as Jendrick the Blue, if that helps, and says he's a simulacrum. I know you were a little deep in thought when we discussed this information prior.
And then Zizix is gonna snap his finger and say, "Oh, I know where! Wait. Didn't that guy get executed?"
Well, he might have to put his plans for revenge on hold. Or maybe he could just wait for himself to die and he could find a way to get revenge then. Who knows?
I assume Jendrick's not a very common name, but wasn't it in Bremen when we saw the big execution? That was Jendrick, right?
East Haven.
You mean
That's what he said.
the the execution in East Haven where we all kind of met?
Yeah, that's what I said. East Haven.
Was his name Jendrick? Would I have to roll something to know if I remember that or not?
So it would be an intelligence check. It's only been like maybe a month or so, but yeah, it's a low DC. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember shit.
What'd you get?
Nat 1 plus 2.
Yeah, you can't quite place the name.
Yeah. All right,
So
all
then,
right.
And then Zizix will continue, and he's like, we need to be careful with this guy. He killed somebody. Someone called Zoran? Zarin?
Well, I guess I probably won't remember his name either if I just rolled that shit. Never mind.
I know it's painful.
It is. Especially because of who it is.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Well, he is asking for a life spark so that way he can unsimulacrum himself and become alive and go off to experience love and revenge. You know, it's a very typical backstory, as it were.
Well, also, if this is a simulacrum made by him, then it's not him. And if he wants revenge on his maker, then he wants revenge on the person who we saw executed. So
We don't completely know if it is actually his maker he wants revenge on.
that's what you guys said that he said.
We said he wanted revenge. I kind of assumed. But wouldn't it be a hilarious goof if we let him out there and he goes, it's like, I'm gonna kill you, Gendrick, and Gendrick's already dead. Pretty funny.
That's true.
Alright, guffaw.
Completely be his problem at that point, yes.
Yes, at that point, and I don't know, maybe we get some cool loot out of it. You know, maybe something shiny.
That is how you make supervillains, to send them out for revenge and they can't get it.
I'm fully aware of how you make supervillains. If you'd like, I mean, him and I seem to have a real bond. I can go down and talk to him.
Aren't we all going to go talk to him? We just go. Enough banter.
Let's just go. Let's just go down there and talk, okay?
Eclipse agrees with me, see? The stars are aligned.
I'm shocked. Very well.
It just really seems like there's a lot of possible strokes going on here, and we just need to go.
Ooh. Strokes?
There are a lot of strokes, but there is no need to get testy.
Or frisky. Strokes.
Stop. Let's go.
All right. You guys make your way out of the workshop area, down through the corridor, back to the upside down library, and make your way down into the hole, where you see Gendrick is tending to Krintas, and he says, there are more of you. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Gendrick the Blue. How do you do?
Well, dabba-dee-dabba-die, we do pretty well.
Yeah, they can talk, we promise.
Zizix is just gonna point, like, just kind of stare up in disbelievement. We saw you die.
I'm sorry? What do you mean?
We saw you executed in East Haven.
Really?
I'd like to point out I'm not one of those we. I'm new. So is Lek.
Also new.
But still, go on. I'll just listen.
Executed, you say?
You killed somebody called Ori Zarin? Or something like that.
Ori...
Well, at least that's what you're getting accused of.
Ori Zarin. Yes, I remember Ori Zarin. Tabaxi. Had a mouth on him. Like a pirate. I don't remember killing him, though. Wait. No, I did not. We had a disagreement one time in, what was the name of that city? Long Saddle? I believe... No, that was not Longsaddle. It was...
Luskin?
No, it was not Luskin. Xanthral's Keep. That's where I know him from.
Boy, maybe they are geriatric.
It was 30-some-odd years ago or so, and I am a bit older than I was then. By 30 years, to be exact. But I would not say I am geriatric, Silas.
I told you my name was Benjamin.
Shit. My bad.
No worries.
Bend over, of course.
Yes, that is my name. Respect it.
But if he's dead, then perhaps... Interesting. That opens some things up for me. At least progresses them to be a bit quicker.
And how does that affect our arrangement?
The deal stands as is. I would still like to live a full life.
Right, so do you have anything to offer us as far as fighting the Basilisk? Any tips, perhaps?
To beat a Basilisk, just don't look it in the eyes. You do that and should be fine.
Oh, good. Thank you for your amazing wisdom.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find yourselves quite capable.
Right.
If I may ask a moment of clarification, to retrieve this life spark, does this thing need to still be alive?
That question is an uncertainty, but I think it would be our best chance. Even using something that is not sentient is a risk, but I would assume it needs to be alive, or else I would have offered the services to my dear friend Krintas here, but it likely wouldn't work on him either. And Krintas just stands very foreboding with his arms crossed and his warhammer at his hip, and starts to turn his head sideways.
It sounds like we have at least a vague idea, but if anyone else had any other questions for Mr. The Blue here.
I do have a question.
Ah, yes. You are interesting, aren't you?
Some people
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
This is Mike Hawk.
That's it, I quit.
What he said.
Welcome, Mike.
Good day to you. My question is, do you happen to know of any of, would a mirror work to sway the gaze of the Basilisk? You say simply not to look into its eyes, and frankly, I'm not even sure if it would work on someone such as I. But I'm not sure that I'm willing to take that chance.
And he looks at you and he says, if it's a mirror, it's all that's needed to defeat this basilisk, then I guess I don't really need... No, that would not work. Because it would turn itself into stone.
Yeah. Also, his ability
Well,
is growing his hair out. He's gonna look like
that's,
him. That's fair.
Not quite what my question was, but that is an interesting point that you did bring up. My question was, if we could use a mirror, if we were to look at its eyes through a mirror, would its gaze still turn us to stone? I should have been more specific. I apologize.
Well, let me go ahead and expand on the information that I did divulge to you. And if a basilisk were to look at itself in a mirror and have the capability, possibly, to turn itself into stone, potentially you looking at the basilisk through the mirror would also have a similar effect. Ooh, that gives me a good idea for a trap somewhere down the road. Find a basilisk and put him in a room full of mirrors and see how that would work.
You could also probably just flood chambers and let people see reflections in puddles.
That's a cheaper option.
Well, since we appear to be talking in circles, if you could point us in the direction of the cafeteria, we will give this a go.
Yes. He puts his fingers up to his chin as he tries to recall exactly which way the cafeteria is, as I definitely am not looking it up in the module whatsoever.
I hope it's pizza day. Or chicken patties.
Thinking probably tater tots.
Well, they serve those usually with chicken patties. They're quite delicious.
Yes.
Well, you know.
It's all the way down onto the bottom level, and then, you'll find yourself inside the room.
All right, I suppose down we go.
And Gendrick steps aside and he says, just send word when you guys have finished. I would be most anxious to give this a try sooner rather than later. And
Yes, of course.
from there, let's see. All right. So now you guys go down another flight of stairs, essentially in this hole, and you find yourselves on. Let's see. 11. Oh, I got myself mixed up here. Let's see. So inside of here, you find yourselves in a room. There's some effort has been taken to arrange the contents of this room upside down, creating a functional office. The table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by a small stack of books. Lying on the table is a wearing amulet on a chain. So this amulet that you see on the table is actively making noise. And then there is a door out. Out of this room, there is no hole to continue further down.
Can I try and pick up the amulet?
Certainly.
Let's try to pick up the amulet.
You pick up the amulet.
Hit me.
Can I look at the books?
Sure.
I wouldn't mind looking at the books as well.
All right. So, we'll start with Lek. The amulet that you pick up, it looks like it has 3 moons on it that have a straight line coming down at the bottom. Though the moons are of the same size, the lines are shorter and shorter, and it kind of creates like a cell bar picture, or descending in size. Go ahead and roll investigation to look for books.
– 14.
Holy shit, same.
Oh, very nice.
Same wavelength. We're finally friends.
You grab the same book.
We'll see.
Oh, and our hands touch for just a moment and we catch eyes.
Let's see. So with the 14, Vega, you find a book that is quite functional as you come across it. This book oh, where'd it go? This book
If you're
is...
going to do that, be careful of the cover.
This book is titled The Unfettered Mind, written by Obavek.
Oh shit.
What?
You wouldn't see it yet, but I will be talking to you about this later.
Oh, I thought you said that out loud. My apologies.
All right. And then Silas, the book that you discover is titled Here Lies the King.
Oh, I see someone wrote a book about me.
You take a look at the cliff notes of this book, and it's this elaborately plotted novel features an illusionist who uses magic to impersonate a prince, supplant a king, rule a fictional kingdom for 61 years, and fake his own death at the end of it.
Well, this is a very interesting idea. I'll go ahead and take that book. It could come in handy. Don't give me that look. What did you find, Vega?
Something that I'm gonna need to talk to Lysander about.
Not out loud, really. Upsetting.
I'm assuming saying that caught Lysander's attention and he looked over at me.
I would assume so.
As soon as he does, I'll hold the book up and say, "This was written by Obavek."
I'm gonna perk up at that and walk right over.
Okay. And what was that?
Sorry, I was just gonna say once he gets there, I would assume we're both gonna want to flip through this and see what we see.
Yes.
Sure. So as you start to scroll through the pages, the things that catch your eyes are that this lunatic text is seemingly just written in run-on sentences, and definitely written by someone who's a little bit estranged from their mind. Discusses how one might exist solely as a disembodied brain preserved for aeons in a magical suspension fluid, and including inside of this text are sketches of brains in jars.
Very interesting. Is there a copyright date On the title page, perhaps?
That page seems to have been missing.
Son of a goddamn bitch. Okay. Well, as we kind of finish flipping through it, I will look at Lysander and say, would you like to research this book first, or do you want me to?
I would like to look this over, if I may.
I thought you might. That's fine. I have several new books I'm needing to read at the moment anyway. But one of us should read this right away, so I will hand it over to you for the time being.
Thank you. Did you see any more?
I haven't seen any more like this so far, but I will keep looking. And upon saying that, I'm going to look around the room now and see if I see any more books worth saving or anything around the same veins.
Yeah,
I have a book about a crafty mage who becomes a king. I'll tell you how it is at our next book club meeting.
Wonderful. Thank you.
If you want to continue,
like
if you want to continue looking and take another 5 minutes or so to take a look, make another investigation check.
I will do that.
I would like to investigate with him, please.
Sure.
Can I look around and see if there's another way out of here?
Yeah, there's definitely a door not too far from where you are now.
Do you want us to each roll
wonderful.
individually, or one of us with advantage?
Individually.
If you so think. Okay. I got a 17 that time.
Okay.
I got an 18.
All right. So you both happen upon the last remaining book in this room that looks to be of that you're able to read. It's written in Elvish. Can either of you read Elvish?
I don't remember. Give me a second.
No, but I'll bet Lek could.
Now who's racist?
Yes, I can read.
Yeah, neither of us can, but I will hold it up and say, hey, Lek, can you tell us what this says?
Of course. And
The title of this book is labeled as Lost Scrolls of Sabriel. As you kind of flip through, you see that this is a scholarly tome that copies and analyzes fragments of 8 ancient scrolls left behind by a sun elf wizard who taught magic to the cloud giants of Astoria, a bygone empire that collapsed over 40,000 years ago.
Well, this isn't much of a page turner, but it is about these lost scrolls, and then I say everything that Sam just said.
And the title was Lost Scrolls of what?
Sabriel, so Sabreyl.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh, I kept the amulet, by the way, just in case you
Okay.
just clarify that.
All right. What would you guys like to do now?
Press on the cafeteria.
Onward and upward, I suppose.
Okay.
Downward, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess onward and downward would be more accurate.
Up is down and down is up.
So you guys head into the next room, and you see, let's see. You see an upside-down table sitting in the middle of this room, books scattered around it. Clinging to the bowed outer wall is an upside-down fireplace that, along that same wall, is a window next to a door, with nothing but a hard, packed earth behind it.
Can I see if there's any keyholes?
Can I
nearby?
investigate the earth?
Sure. To both.
It's a solid 4 on the keyhole investigation for me.
There's light
And that's
coming
a
in through
19
that
on the
keyhole.
earth.
What'd you get, Silas?
19 on the earth?
So you're looking at the very deep rock that this spire had penetrated into. The side of brown you haven't seen from dirt in quite a while. But you can see some rocks and perhaps a few air spaces that the supporting dirt is kind of created outside of the window. But you see the outer lining of a wall directly to the right of the window where the door leads.
And did you say there was a keyhole?
Yes.
Is it a door keyhole, a chest keyhole?
It's a door.
I try the door before I use the keyhole. Like I try to open the door.
Yep, the door is open.
Cool. I look inside.
All right. Let's see.
Carcass, I can't promise there's anything interesting behind this dirt, but do you want to help me move it?
And Silas, as you're the first one to talk into this room, you realize that no sound is coming out of your mouth.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm sure the party's relieved. I'll just try and call Carcass over with enthusiastic hand motions.
I see him, but I don't want to go over to him. He did not have food for me earlier.
It's very true. All right.
I will compel Eclipse to help me with an interpretive dance.
Sure. She feels compelled and she'll join your interpretive dance.
I just keep motioning to the dirt and try and dig through it.
A dirt digging dance. I love it.
You would have to break the window first.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do that. I'm very scrawny. I will phantom punching a window and hope Eclipse understands.
Do you?
Do I?
Make an insight check.
Going to assume that's a no.
Yeah.
This is a 6.
A 6. So it looks like he wants to shadow box.
Now is not the time, Silas, for a shadow box.
And you try to speak out loud and you realize that no sound is coming out of your mouth. Zizix, this whole room is emanating magic, you can notice.
Give a very blank stare.
Yeah, he would, with just a little bit of a little bit of drool coming out the side of his mouth.
It's all just one single magic evocation that's coming. But as Lek opens the door, a brand new wave of energy is quickly opened and then closed, like it just briefly flashes.
Okay. Yeah, like a moth to a light, he's gonna just go over to it.
Okay, so Lek and Zizix are entering the next room. What are the rest of you doing?
I think I'm gonna stick with Zizix. If he's curious about something and he knows a little bit more here, I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Carcass.
Oh, since Stick is one of my good friends, I will follow him.
Okay. Vega.
I know Adriana can't talk, but can I try and mime for her to break the window?
Sure. Go ahead and make a persuasion check on that.
$13?
Yeah, she comes over and takes her hammer and busts the window.
Wonderful. Just kind of clear out some of the glass, and is there a floor below or anything if I could crawl through it, or will I just die by falling?
No, it's just compacted dirt on the other side. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear enough on that.
No, it's alright. I'll try and move some of the dirt out of the way. I don't know if there's anything special behind it anymore, but...
There is, let's see. Make
Free dirt.
Got a jar of dirt. Go ahead and make a investigation check, we'll call it.
19.
Oh. Go ahead and roll a D100.
$36.
So as you're trying to just claw through the earth, your fingers run across something a little bit hard, and you catch the glint of purple, and you pull out a fairly small amethyst out of the earth.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd like to keep digging.
All right. So Silas is taking the time to continue digging. Everyone else is, except for Andy and Eclipse, are headed into that room. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. As you guys start to make your way through that door, a stone altar is attached to the ceiling of this otherwise empty semicircular room. An 8-pointed star is carved into the eastern face of the altar.
Do I recognize the star?
Go ahead and make a religion check.
Is this the room that I'm in?
Yes.
$13.
Yeah, you're not able to identify exactly what that symbol represents.
Ooh, cool. Star.
Very nice star.
Do
I like that star. That is a nice star.
Good for you, Vega. Do I see?
Your voices have returned at this point. You're able to speak and hear inside of this
Oh,
room.
good.
That's good.
Do I see any chests or holes, keys?
Nope.
Nope.
He's just constantly got his eye out for more holes, huh?
Damn straight.
Do I see any more books?
No, this room is completely empty except for the altar that is attached to the ceiling.
Well, then what fucking good is it?
Is the altar made of stone?
Yes.
And is it just this room is just one way in? That's it.
Yeah, this is just a semicircular room with an altar attached to the ceiling. The altar has a 8-pointed star carved into the altar.
Would I know anything about the star?
Make a religion check.
14.
No, that seems to be past you as well. Zizix, with your detect magic, you walk into this room and you're not detecting any magic despite having gotten a brief whiff of it, so to speak.
This time he'll just cast detect magic as opposed to, because I would know that it's probably worn off by now.
Pretty close.
So I'll cast detect magic. Does anything light back up again?
Nope. No magic in here.
Well, Lex just gonna walk back out of the room.
Okay.
Would Zizix have known what he had seen?
It was very, very fleeting, so let's go ahead and give you just a straight intelligence check.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, not really easy to identify, unfortunately, with that brief amount of time to identify it.
What else is in this room?
Just the stone altar attached to the ceiling with the 8-pointed star carved into the eastern face of the altar.
What a day for our cleric to miss.
And the altar isn't glowing any kind of magic?
Nope.
Would Zizix correlate the star to anything?
You can make a religion check.
That'd be 21.
Yes, you're able to identify this star as the holy symbol of Mistral, the first incarnation of Mistra, the god of magic. You also, with that very good roll, are able to know that these holy shrines are rare places and often full of mystery.
So you said the god Mistra?
Yep.
Or Mistra? Okay.
Mistra, M-Y-S-T-R-A.
Okay, and it's the god of magic.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta write that down one sec.
Sure.
That seems important. Okay, so Zizix will say, guys, I think I know why everything's so weird around here. We're in the chambers of Mistra. Or at least an altar to Mistra.
And assuming I don't know who that is because of my religion roll, I would ask, and who is Mistra?
The god of magic?
Well, that's pretty fucking cool.
Oh.
Yeah, but strange things. It would explain why so many strange things are happening in here.
Yeah, I suppose it would.
Interesting. Zizix is. Can Zizix maybe search the room for like a magical trap of some kind? Or
yeah, you can make an investigation check.
17.
17. No traps that you can see.
What about secret doors or passages?
None that you have discovered.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do?
I think Zizix just wants to stay here for the rest of his life.
I think I already left.
I'm
Okay.
still with Zizek.
All right. So Lek, you exit the room, and Carcass, are you staying in there too?
Yes, I will stay with Sticks.
All right. What would you like to do inside of the room?
This room seems very boring. Is it just the altar in the room?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take out my great axe and run and hit the altar.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
And Zizix is going to be frozen as he does that with his hands outstretched, trying to...
That's a 21 to hit it.
Trying to what, Zizix?
Well, I mean, he would vocalize, to stop, don't do it, but, he's kind of just more frozen at this point, just waiting for the chaos to ensue.
Okay. So with that, you strike true, and you get a little bit of a hop as this altar is 9 feet high, just a little bit out of normal reach. But you swing your great axe overhead, and cling, you attack the altar. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is only 6 damage.
6 damage allows you to get a bit of a crunch on the end of that great axe attack, and a piece of the altar, the flat top of it, chips off.
Is there anything inside?
No, it's just about a rock about the size of maybe a little bit smaller than your palm.
I would like to take that and pick it up and put that in my bag.
All right. Okay. So, Lek, as you exit the room, you see Silas and Eclipse and Andy over by the window. Silas digging his hands through. Silas, go ahead and make another investigation check.
19. The digital dice are actually nice today.
Wow. And you dig through and you find a smaller amethyst at this point, but still an amethyst. But as you pull this one out from its resting place, a lot of loose dirt falls through and starts to quickly fill everything that you've dug through already. So you'd have to dig through it again to continue.
Well, that's fine. I'm finding loot, so yeah, let's keep that up.
All right. Eclipse, what are you doing?
I'm kind of in shock that Carcass just did what he did, because ultimately I think it's very disrespectful.
Are you vocalizing that in any way?
No, I'm shaking my head.
All right.
I'd like to go back to the study and look for more books if people are still doing things, because there's nothing really for me to do in that room.
Okay. Vega makes his exit, leaving Carcass and Styx.
I would probably do the same, just now knowing the type of place that we're in. I think some books could be very useful.
All right. And as Styx makes his exit, Carcass, are you following him?
Yes, I will follow him.
All right. And we find ourselves inside of that study where Silas has continued to dig out some dirt. It looks like they had broken the window and perhaps trying to escape. No one's really sure. If you guys would like to look for books, go ahead and make another investigation check.
Is this the silent room?
Yes, this is the silent room.
Then I'd like to grab the parchment out of my bag and my quill and write on there in common, "Shall we continue to the cafeteria?" ?
I would nod upon him presenting that to the party.
I already rolled my investigation before he asked it, so that's an 8.
Okay. With the 8, you're not able to find anything else that seems to be readable at this point, all deteriorating over time.
As is got an 11.
In 11, you will be able to find something. You find a book that is titled From Shadow Substance. And on the back of this book, the cliff notes read, "This speculative work discusses how one might harness the weave to turn an illusory object or creature into a real counterpart, with commentary and criticism from noteworthy Netherese illusionists."
Neat. What was the title again?
From Shadow Substance.
Yeah, that sounds very pertinent to our current situation.
Above table, this dude has a lot of books about illusionists.
Oh, that's not his Spire.
True.
So, with Lek presenting the parchment, you guys take a look around and you spot a hole in one of the corners of the room that descends downwards. Would you like to venture through?
Lek will go to the hole and start down.
Excuse me.
When can Silas speak again if he's following?
Not until you get into the hole. You keep talking as you make your way towards that area, but no sound comes out.
Anyway, that's when my mother. Oh, I can talk again. Wonderful.
Yes, wonderful.
Like, could you do me a favor?
And what would that be?
Digging around in that dirt, I got some gunk under my nails. Can you use that little whooshy spell to kind of clean them out for me?
Well, I cast prestidigitation on his fingers to unsoil them.
Thank
Simple
you.
enough.
You are a dream.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, don't be so gauche. I always tease the ones that I enjoy the company of most.
Of course, of course.
I'll give his cheek a little pinch and continue on down, because he's a good little man.
Oh. Like, doesn't really know how to respond to this. So he just keeps on going down right behind him.
So, as you guys start to descend down the hole, Lek, you are the first to arrive inside of this room. You see on the floor rusty tableware, shattered plates, and broken chairs scattered all around the floor. 2 tables overturned, one on its side, and crawling out from behind the tipped over table, you see a hulking, 8-legged reptile with glowing eyes.
Just to clarify, did everybody else come with us, or is it just me and fucking Silas right now?
It's you and Silas at the moment. I'm assuming everyone else is coming down the hole.
Yes, I was
Yep.
following.
Good.
So, with this, I would like you all to roll initiative.
A little offended you don't want to be alone in a room with a basilisk and me. Like,
I mean, Silas, we're like 2 of the more less constitutionary members of the party.
I'm very powerful. 12.
One second.
That's a good old 8 for Lek.
1 second, guys.
Okay.
Nat 20 plus 4.
1 second, guys.
Yeah, he totally has. We've just been ignoring him. Love you, Sam.
I would like to note it has been over a second, but
Fair. I will remember this choice.
I'm not saying it was choice, I was just noting it.
I didn't yell my shit out. Just saying.
I know.
I have
Come on.
a strong urge too, since everyone else was, but I bit my tongue.
Okay.
Cut me some slack. Remember all those times I was early or on time for sessions?
Yeah, absolutely, I do remember those times, and you were awarded for those times. However, this time is also noted. Carcass,
Carcass, I got 18.
18. Eclipse,
17.
17. Zizix,
15.
15. Lysander,
Nat 20 plus 4.
24. Vega,
3.
Trace, Lek,
8.
8. And Silas,
12.
12. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and determine the order you guys are descending down by the order of initiative. That keeps it nice and simple, so you're not waiting on movement for anyone else. Lysander, you're first to act. You are descending down the tunnel, and you arrive, and you see the scene as depicted, along with the basilisk at the edge of the room, making its way towards Lek.
Okay.
I am very juicy.
Well, my first order of business, I would like to cast Zephyr Strike on the beast.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my longbow and try to shoot it in the head, preferably towards its eyes, though I am trying to avoid its petrifying gaze.
Okay, so if you're trying to aim particularly at its eyes while avoiding looking at it, that's probably gonna, I'll just say this above table, probably gonna be impossible. As without looking at it, you would be rolling at disadvantage.
Okay, let me rephrase. If it is heading towards Lex specifically,
Yeah.
then it's not looking in my eyes.
Right.
Correct?
Sure.
And this thing needs to make like direct eye contact in order to petrify you, correct?
That's kind of a guess at this point. You're not exactly sure.
Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna aim for the head.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack normally.
That is a 20, not natural.
That will hit. Roll damage.
That'll be 10 piercing damage and 1 force damage.
Okay, very nice. Anything else?
Nope. Not at this time.
Okay. Next up will be Carcass. You make your way down the tunnel, and you see this giant 8-legged lizard crawling across the floor. You see it has an arrow stuck into it. What would you like to do?
How far away is it from me?
It's probably no more than 30 feet away, at best.
After coming down the hole, would I still have enough to get to it?
Let me see here. 15 feet away. So yeah, small room. It's a fairly small room. You would have enough movement.
Okay, so since the room is that small, this thing must not be very huge.
It is about... It's only a medium, so I guess it's not that big.
And I do not want to rage, and I will just run over and try and hit it with my great axe.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh, that is only an 11.
That unfortunately will miss. Anything else?
No, that is all I want to do.
Okay. And it is now the Basilisk's turn. And Carcass, since you have decided to take it on front and center,
Thank you, Carcass.
let's see. Petrifying Gaze. If a creature starts its turn within 30 feet of the Basilisk, and the two of them can see each other, the Basilisk can force the creature. So it looks like it's a single target. Okay. So Carcass, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is at 12.
You feel yourself starting to stiffen up. You feel your grip tighten across your great axe, but you regain functionality. And you can grip your great axe normally again. However, the Basilisk will then now try and attack you with its bite attack. And that's going to be a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, that is a miss. Next up, Eclipse.
From where I landed, how far away is it from me?
About 15 feet or so.
Is there anything like directly around it?
There's some overturned chairs. You see a table that's that's overturned, pretty close to where he is. Silverware scattered across the ground. Plates, broken plates.
Okay, so if I did my 20-foot cone of Breath of Dragon, would that hit anyone else?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it would hit Carcass from where you are.
Crap.
You could run right up next to Carcass and get him saved from that.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, run, and then I will do the cone, and it will be, let's do fire damage.
Okay, and that's a dex save?
Yeah.
All right. That is a 5.
That does not save.
Okay, roll your damage.
Uh, 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage is taken. Very good. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. Next up, Zizix.
Am I still coming down the stairs or down the hallway?
You're coming down the stairs next.
Am I aware of actually what's going on down there, or is it more like I'm too far away from the action?
I mean, you're 10 feet. You're 10 feet up, facing the tunnel. When you go down, you use 10 foot of movement to go down. You hear the sound of a great axe clinging against something, and you hear the sizzling of incineration. So you hear action coming down from downstairs.
Okay. Then he will stop at the bottom of the stairs, once he can see what's going on.
Okay.
And probably just take a moment to assess the situation. So if he gets attacked at all, already a firebolt. If whatever it is comes and attacks Zizix.
Okay. Good.
And that'll be it.
Silas. You start to make your way down the tunnel, and Zizix is directly in front of the hole in the tunnel. And you have to squeeze through him, adding an extra 5 foot of difficult terrain to get past him. What would you like to do?
That's fine. Can I get within stabbing distance?
Yeah, you'd be able to make that still.
Wonderful. I'd like to pull out my brand new, very shiny rapier and just try to stab this fucking thing.
Go for it.
That is a 22 to hit?
That definitely will hit. Roll damage.
Yes, and I would like to burn one of my inspirations to add psychic blades to this.
All right, go ahead.
So that is 4 piercing damage. Let me roll the psychic blades now. And 8 psychic damage, so 12 total.
Okay, very nice. Anything else?
Let me check. No, I suppose that's everything.
All right. And this thing looks quite infuriated with all of its intruders into its home as it lets out a very loud guttural roar as Lek descends the tunnel. Or no, you're already down there. What would you like to do?
I'd like to cast Armor of Agathis,
Okay.
and then I'm going to turn around so that I'm facing away from the Basilisk and run my 30 feet away from it.
Okay. There isn't much room inside of this area.
All right, we'll run as far away from it as I can get.
Let's see. So the hole is pretty much in the corner, and you look to see anywhere that you move is technically moving closer to it. But then you look to your right and you see a door.
Oh, well, why the fuck not? I'll try the door.
The door opens, and you look outside, and it seems to be a hallway of some sort with the door on your left. And then as you look down to the right, a couple more doors down this hallway.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn around and use like the door's cover to where I can still kind of see the fight, but I'm in that little crevice, protected slightly.
Okay, on the outside of the room?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. What would you like to do?
That's it. That's all I
Okay.
leave that investigation for another time.
Very good. Next up, man, that is Vega coming down the hallway next, or coming down the tunnel.
Okay, I will, assuming I can get up to it, I will get up to it and double weapon attack it.
All right, go for it.
Do we get advantage for it being flanked, or is that just a rogue thing? I forget.
There are enough of you there that I would consider this flanking, sure.
Oh, okay. Alright, well that is a dirty 20 with my scimitar.
That absolutely hits. Roll damage.
That would be 5.
5 damage. All right.
And second attack with my dagger.
Offhand attack, yep. You don't
That
add
would be-
proficiency unless you took a feat.
Right. So that changes the to hit or the damage.
It just changes the to hit.
Now drop it by, I want to say 2 is my proficiency. Okay. Then that's a 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And the damage would be 6.
Very nice. Anything else that you would like to do?
Oh, there's not really much else I can do, I don't think.
Lysander, it's your turn.
Ooh, back to me. Cool. I would like to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
So Zephyr Strike, that one's a minute long. How much longer do I have left on that spell at this point?
If it's concentration, it drops. If not, you have 54 seconds left.
Oh, great. Then I will not drop that one yet. Cool. I'm going to take my longsword and try to stab it in the neck.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage as it is flanked.
That'd be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, that is 12 slashing damage. I'm sorry. No, that is 14 slashing damage and 2 force damage.
14 slashing. Alright, anything else?
And with my two-handed combat, I would like to take my chained sickle and pop it out of my arm and slash at its face, avoiding eye contact.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
Is that one still at advantage, or just the one?
Advantage because it's flanked.
That's a 16.
That will hit.
All right. And that would be 8 slashing on that one.
Very nice. This thing looks hurt pretty bad at this point. You guys have cut and singed and definitely done a number on this thing already. So that leaves us next with Carcass.
Yes. It tried to bite me, so I am going to rage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing my great axe at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh no, that is a nat 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, unless I also get advantage for everyone standing.
You do, actually. Yeah.
Then that would be a 19.
That hits.
And that is 17 damage.
How would you like to do this? Describe your fatality.
If it is smaller than me, I would like to bring my great axe down kind of right in the face, since it was trying to bite me, and I will stoop down so that I get splattered with my usual blood.
Right in the head?
Yes, because I am raging. I do not care about anything anymore.
All right. And Carcass lands his blow with his great axe, stooping down to allow the blood to spurt out from the crevice that he's created with his great axe, and he kills the basilisk.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well done, Carcass. Truly impressive as always.
It tried to bite me.
Oh, absolutely. You are fully within your rights to just absolutely destroy that thing.
Yeah, well, we were wanting to keep it alive, but yeah, that works too. Cool.
Oh,
No, well, I could try something. I'm uncertain if it would work, but I could try something.
by
By all means.
Carcass, have you had your fun?
Oh yes, I have killed this thing already.
Wonderful. Can I attempt to cast Healing Word on the basilisk?
Sure.
So I'll just kind of walk over to it and slap it on the cheek and say, "Get up!"
And the eyes that have grown dim flicker with the brightness as the basilisk looks up to you. I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That tracks. It gets back 9 HP, by the way.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Well,
You find yourself stiffening up just a bit. However, the stiffness in your joints releases and you still have mobility. You definitely felt like that this thing was damn close to starting its petrification on you.
okay, Eclipse, punch it, punch it, punch it!
And it lashes out and tries to bite you in return with a 22 to hit.
ungrateful, but that does hit.
Oh, man. That's going to be 12 points of piercing damage and 4 points of poison on top of that.
Never let it be known I'm not a team player. Someone kicked this thing in the head like Randall Keith Orton.
And Eclipse, it is your turn, as you are next in initiative.
That works out nicely. The monk can knock this thing out.
Yes, I would like to take my quarter staff, which is in no way sharp, and just, bash it on the head a little bit, knock it unconscious.
Go for it.
I know it's out of order, but can I give Eclipse inspiration?
I will allow it.
I believe in you!
That is a hit.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Fine.
Describe your knockout.
Just very swiftly, I take my quarterstaff. It's also very elegant, and I just whack it on the head, and I tell it to go to sleep.
You're good. You thrust your quarterstaff into the head. It kind of actually lines up with where Carcass delved his great axe into, and you pretty much touch his brain and just knocks unconscious.
Like a magic sleep button. I like it.
Did we win?
Yes, that was an excellent save. Good job. Good.
Of course. Adriana, can you heal me?
Yes. She'll cast Healing Words.
Wonderful.
Man, this thing looks nothing like that fucker from Harry Potter.
No.
It's so much cooler. Do you want me to roll the healing word die, or do you want to roll it?
I got it. Let's see, did that take? Nope. Oh. 8. She gives you 8 back.
I'll take it. Can you clean the blood, please?
Yes. I cast prestidigitation on to Silas to unsoil the blood.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without the both of you. And Eclipse, you were absolutely essential. Double done, team.
Oh, now we get to drag this motherfucker back to good old what's-his-butt.
Yes.
Be sure to call him that when we get back there, too.
I already called him ass dick poo, so worse than that.
Wonderful.
Carcass,
Yes.
will you carry me?
Oh, no.
Can I try and charm Carcass?
You can certainly try.
It's a wisdom save of 15.
All right.
That's a -1.
Please, Carcass, it's been so long since I felt such light whimsy. Please carry me back.
Oh, okay. And I will just kind of wrap one hand around his neck and lift him up.
I'll try to position myself into his arms, please.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check. Or acrobatics, whichever you would like.
What's the difference between a +2 and a +1? So I'm gonna go with the acrobatic.
There you go.
16.
Yeah, you're able to kick yourself up and rest your arms or your legs over his shoulders, taking the stress off of your spine and your neck.
I'll just pat him on the back and thank him.
Oh, you are welcome.
We make a very good team.
So, Lek, you find yourself inside of that hallway as you see two doors further down the corridor. The third door directly to your right as you're looking back into the room.
Right. Well, while they're, I'll let them figure out the basilisk, and I'll go and open the door that's closest to me.
So inside of this door, let's see. You open it up and you just see what used to be here a spiral staircase, but it's just choked up with rubble, and it essentially is rendering this way impassable.
All right. Then I will duck out of that room and go to the next one.
All right.
Do I see him opening doors?
You see him leaving the room. He went off to the right where you might have heard the door open, but then you see him moving back across the door, heading in the other direction.
All right, I'm gonna yell out, Lek, we could really use help dragging this basilisk back to that guy, since the strongest member of our party is carrying another member of our party.
Yeah.
Carcass, run faster!
Just having a quick look, just really quick peek, just in case maybe there's a scroll of levitation.
I mean, that would be super handy, but I'd be surprised. We'll be back down here to explore, but we need to get this thing back before it dies or wakes up.
All right, I'm coming, but I'm not coming.
Right or left, right?
You cheeky bastard.
I did hear Silas tell Carcass to run faster, so I will take off making all of the haste.
Yep, and Carcass makes haste back up the tunnel.
Whee!
So,
Can some of you guys help me carry this thing as I sigh and get down to pick it up?
Lek, right or left?
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Inside of this room, this door opens as well. The walls of this chamber are inscribed with interconnected runes and marred with cracks. What is now the ceiling bears similar inscriptions that swirl inward, converging around a golden crystal disc, 5 feet in diameter.
The disc is 5 feet in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
I touch it.
Nothing happens.
It's actually probably a relief. Okay, cool. Do I notice anything else special about this room besides the disc?
Yes, as you start to make your exit back towards the door, an illusory figure appears upside down in the far corner of the room, and it appears to be speaking in some language that you just don't understand.
What does it look like? Like, do I recognize the species?
It is a long-faced human wizard by the looks of him.
And he's illusory, as in, like, kind of like a hologram?
Kind of like a hologram, yeah.
Is he aware of my presence, or is he just, like, automated, kind of?
And you kind of move from side to side to see if his head's tracking with you, and it doesn't seem to be the case.
Okay. I'm gonna make a mental note of the disc and the hologram wizard, and then really quick check that last door before going to help with the basilisk.
Ooh,
All right.
hologram wizard band name called it.
All right. As you open up that last door, the bed in this room is upside down. On the floor, there are rotted blankets peeking out from underneath the disintegrating mattress. Mounted on the north wall is a tall, cracked mirror in a stone frame that merges seamlessly with the surrounding wall. And lying underneath, two dirt-clogged windows, is a partially crumbled, rime-covered human skeleton, tattered in shreds of a nightgown.
I attempt to search the skeleton body for anything.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Uh, 9.
9. As you start to turn over this very, very old corpse, the door slams shut behind you, and a glowing light emanates from this individual. I would like you to roll initiative, Lek.
Oh, Jesus. Good thing I have Armor Agathis on still. $16.
16. All right. One moment. Hey. What did you say, 16 or 17?
16.
Okay. The light will go first. As Lek, you are inside of this bedroom, and this light, let's see. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Eight.
Okay. As this light starts to move, it goes directly through you, and you will take force damage upon it exiting.
I have my Armor of Agathis on,
Okay.
so that would be 10 cold damage, I believe, for any attack on me.
Well, it's not an attack, it's a movement.
Oh, it's a movement. Tricky bastard.
Mm-hmm. So that is 6 points of force damage, and I need you to make a concentration check.
Concentration check.
So that is a flat D20.
That'd be a nat 20.
Okay, you're able to maintain concentration on your Armor of Agathis.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a concentration spell.
It's not. I thought it was. Never mind. Good job.
Yay, me.
You wasted a nat 20. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So how much damage did I take again?
You took 6 points of force damage.
Okay.
All right. And once it exits your backside and it has you from behind, essentially, it will be making a melee spell attack against you, which will incur the Armor of Agathis. And you said that was 10 points?
Yes.
All right. That's going to be a 19 to hit you.
Oh, that most assuredly does hit me.
Okay. You are going to take 8 points of lightning damage. And it is your turn.
And I'm going to do a reaction to that attack.
Okay.
And do Hellfire Rebuke. Or Hellish Rebuke, excuse me.
All right. Go ahead and make that attack. Or it's a save, isn't it?
It's it's a dex save. Dex save, yep.
A dex save.
For 15.
That is a 23 to save.
Well, yeah, that's going to save pretty effectively.
Yep, go ahead and let's see, you rolled damage, right? That was 8?
Yeah, yes.
So it will take half damage from the save, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Now it is your turn.
Okay, cool. So I guess this conjuncture, I'm gonna just cast good old Eldritch Blast. Yay!
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
$12.
12. That will unfortunately miss. Everyone else, you at this point, all hear the loud explosion from the Eldritch Blast hitting one of the walls at a distance.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm going to sigh and look at Vega. Let's go see what he got into.
I think Carcass
Yeah,
has already
I
made
guess.
haste with me, right?
Yes, Carcass and Silas are upstairs. Andy as well.
That's fair.
Cool. Well, I guess me and Lysander will go check it out. Eclipse, you coming?
Yeah. Let's go see what he did.
Zizix, do you care to join us?
Sure. All right. You guys start to make your way down to the hallway. You guys see 3 doors, one immediately to your left exiting the room, and then 2 doors down the hallway.
I guess we'll walk up door to door and see if we can hear anything on the other side.
Okay. So you guys take a second to listen. Unless anyone else has any other dissenting ideas.
I mean, I'll just open the doors as soon as we get to them and see if I see anything in there.
Okay. The first door you come to is on your left. And the door is locked.
Okay, well, I will assume he's not in the locked door, so I'll check the other ones first and then circle back to that one if he's not in them.
Okay. So you get up to the door and you used your action to open that door, and we'll resolve that on the next initiative count. So that brings us to the light. The light is going to move through Lek once again. So we'll have you make a con save on that.
Seven.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. 7 points of force damage. And then now it will use its melee spell attack again. That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that most assuredly does hit.
It takes 10 points of frost damage again, or is it expire?
No, I'm out of those temporary hit points, so that spell has expired.
Okay. All right, and it rolls that damage. That is 11 points of lightning damage.
Yep, I'm down.
And Lysander, as you were sitting up to listen, you hear a zzz coming in from the door, the one that you stayed at.
I'm gonna draw my sword and open it immediately.
The door is locked.
Can I try to break it down?
Sure can. You can make a strength or athletics check, your choice.
We'll do athletics.
Okay.
That's a 17.
17. You're able to kick down the door and bust through the shutting mechanism, and you see this lightning just emitting from Lek going into this light that's floating around. What would you like to do with your bonus action and the rest of your movement?
It's just a floating light that I see.
Yep.
I guess I'll try to swing at it with my... You said it's a bonus action, huh?
Yeah, your standard action was to break down the door.
Right. Shit. Well, I guess with two-weapon fighting, I would still be able to strike at it with my sword, correct?
If it was your offhand.
Okay. Then I guess can I pop my sickle and use that?
Yep.
It is under my... Okay, cool. I'll do that then to try to sway the light away from him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
That'd be a 15.
15 will miss, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stand over and protect him and yell, Vega, Eclipse, Zizix, in here!
All right. And with that, we'll come to Eclipse is next on my order, even though we didn't technically roll initiative. She's just closest to the door.
Okay, I will run inside. And I guess she'll aim her quarterstaff at it. She's not too sure how much damage that'll do, but
Sure. Go ahead and roll your attack.
that's an 11.
That will miss, unfortunately. Anything else?
She will run over to where Lek and Lysander are and also kind of form a barricade with Lysander to protect Lek.
Okay. Let's see. Next up would be then... Zizix would be closest to the door than Vega afterwards.
Okay, Zizix will just kind of run in after hearing Lysander.
Mm-hmm. And you see both of them standing in front of a downed Lek with this floating light in the room.
Okay, So then Zizix is gonna say, Pointy, go give him a shock. And he's going to commit. Basically, Pointy is going to go up to Lek and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Well, lucky you, Lek. Max 13.
So Lek, you
knew-
regain 13 hit points.
And then Zizix will take a look at the light and take a shot with a firebolt.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh, whoops, hang on one sec. I accidentally rolled damage without rolling for attack. One sec.
No worries.
Oh, that was so close to a nat 20. 15. to
That
hit.
will miss. Anything else?
Can I take a potion with a bonus action?
I think you use your command as your bonus action.
That's correct, you're right. Okay, that's it for me.
Okay. That'll bring us then to Vega.
Okay, I will run in the room and take 2 swings at the light as soon as I see it.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay. So the first one's dirty 20.
Okay, that will hit.
All right. That would be 6 damage.
All right.
With my centaur. And then for my offhand, that would be 17 to hit.
That'll miss.
Of course it will. Will it just miss?
No.
God damn it. That's what I was afraid of. Fuck this thing. Okay.
Oh, no.
Alright, well, 6 damage then.
All right. And now we get back to the Will-O-Wisp turn. This thing now surrounded by enemies. It's going to move through each of you as difficult terrain, as it has a fly speed of 50. So I need all 3 of you surrounding Lek to make a Constitution save.
Woo!
Is that including Zizix?
No, Zizix, you attacked at a range. It
okay.
does include... no, Cure Wounds is a range spell, right?
No, it is touch.
Oh, it would include Pointy.
Do you want us to shout him out, or do you want to ask for him?
Yeah, go ahead and shout him out.
Alright, I got a 19.
3.
All right. Clip's got a 13.
That would be 8 for Pointy.
Okay, if you've got a 13 or higher, you take half of the force damage, and that is 8 damage total. Half would be 4 of force damage. All right. And then with its action, as it moves through you guys and flies kind of to the center of the room, it vanishes.
Fucking punk ass punk bitch. Yeah, it's a big fucking punk. So I said it twice.
Well, that was a close one.
Hey, Lek, maybe next time don't go wandering off to explore without the party while we're trying to do something, and shit like this won't happen.
How many,
How many times do we need to learn this lesson?
To be fair, this was a little different than last time. Anyways, would Lek be aware that Zizix is the one who healed him?
No, because you were technically unconscious when it happened.
I see. Okay. Well, okay, got it. But as a token of my appreciation, Lek will go ahead and give Zizix the potion that he acquired earlier. Since Zizix did say he would use it to benefit, the party, even if that doesn't include Lek. He's still very appreciative.
So wait, I have to save your life for you to be nice to me?
Well, I mean, it's appreciation. I appreciate it, and I felt like I owed somebody something, and this is the only thing I could think of worth that I really have to give right now. So there you go. But sure, take it however you want to. Zizix, thank you is all I'm trying to say.
Well, and then he'll snatch the potion away and just kind of gruff a little bit, and then just kind of step away a little, take a look at Pointy, make sure he's okay, and then cast Mending on Pointy.
Okay. Lek, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm killing it today.
Wow.
6.
It hates you. That is 10 points of force damage as this will-o-wisp reappears and exits through the front of your body. Are you still up?
Yeah, I have 3 points left of life.
And it's going to make a melee spell attack against you. That is a 22 to hit.
That misses. No, that's a hit. Yeah, it's good.
That is 13 points of lightning damage.
I think you can do the math on.
As this will-o-wisp reappears in the middle of the group and kind of moves up and down kind of in a flaunting motion, and then finishes its move action by moving through each of you. I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw, except for Lek. You already took yours.
God, this thing can get fucked.
Is this considered magic?
I mean...
Oh wait, never mind. I get some advantage against magic for different saving throws, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's just incorporeal movement. It's not a spell or anything like that. The 13 or higher is what you're looking for.
Cool, 17.
11 for Zizix.
Go 14.
16.
All right. If you saved, you take 3 points of damage. If you did not, you take 6. And then we'll go ahead and start back up at the top of the order. Lek, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Of course. I've been rolling really well today, so I feel good about this. $11.
You just save. You have 1 successful death save.
Yay me.
Eclipse, you are next.
I'm gonna whack it again with my quarterstaff. I really don't like this thing.
Do it. Roll to hit.
Be good, Babe Ruth.
20!
That'll hit. Roll damage. Very nice. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Okay. Lysander.
I'm going to scoop up Lek and dash out the door and yell, "We need to get out of here now."
Okay. It will make a reaction opportunity attack against you with a 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That'll be 9 points of lightning damage as you reach down and pick Lek up.
Yep, felt that.
And you make your way out carrying Lek. You can move 20 feet.
Far enough to get out the door?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will do that.
Okay. Next up, we'll have Vega.
I'm pissed at this thing at this point. So I'm not ready to run away yet.
It's annoying as shit.
I'm gonna take 2 more swings at it. It's like a fly, but I'm swatting at it with swords and daggers.
Deadly fly.
That's exactly what it is. It's tiny.
Okay, that was like a 13 with the scimitar, so I'm sure that missed.
That missed.
And the dagger was even worse. So I'm just fucking flailing at this thing because I'm so pissed. Not even coming close to hitting it. Wonderful.
All right. Zizix, you have the choice to stop mending or participate. Mending, I believe, takes a full minute.
Okay, yeah, I'll stop the mending. And then I will hold my action until I see it reappear.
It's still visible at the moment.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it disappeared.
No, once it did its shocking attack to Lek, it reappeared fully.
Okay, then I will just go ahead and cast Firebolt.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
Jeez, that's 9. So then,
That will miss.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, then he's going to command Ollie to take a strike at it.
Ollie's still there, or is it Pointy?
Sorry, Pointy.
He's okay. He wasn't down from the previous attack.
No, he took 2. He had 2 damage left.
Very nice.
Or 2 hit points.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
Jesus, that rolled around on the 19 for like across the entire way, and then at the very end just
took a dump. Shame. See Pointy try to take a swing, but some of its parts get stuck, apparently done by the damage, as it can't quite get the swing off. That brings us back to the top of the order, the Will-O-Wisp. I need, let's see. The Wisp is going to move through the person directly in front of it to get to the door. Let's roll to see who that is. Let's see. That is going to be Eclipse. I need you to make a con save.
$12.
Okay. You're going to take the full 6 damage on that. 6 force damage. And now, it's going to chase down Lysander and Lek as it begins to cast Consume Life on Lek. So, Lek, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I've been killing these today.
This is the time to do it, man.
7. What's up, yo?
Okay. You take, let's see, that would be a single failed death save as it's not a melee attack.
Okay.
And then it is going to try and shock Lysander. That is only a 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Oh.
Damn it.
Okay, well, it didn't do very well on the damage. That's 7 lightning damage.
Okay.
Lek, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Boy, it's just got even more intense.
Been here before a few times. And you're quite aware that you're dying.
5.
There's 2 failed death saves. Eclipse, it is your turn.
You said it was running out or flying out the door towards Lysander and Lek, so it just left
Yes.
us all behind.
Yes.
Wait, would any of us have gotten opportunity attacks when it did that?
Right.
You could have. You could have. And I will be
fuck.
nice. And I will let you guys take your opportunity attacks.
Oh, thank you.
Remember to call that out next time. The gloves are off. You guys are level 4.
Yeah, I hear you. $16.
Yes.
So that's everyone gets
Yep.
an opportunity.
Please kill this thing.
Hey, that's a dirty 20.
Hey, there you go. Roll damage.
Hey, 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
God damn it! Hold on. There. So that's 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, very nice.
Stop rolling dice. Oh my god. It just wants to roll all the dice.
And then Vega, you missed, right?
Yeah, I got a 16.
Okay. So now it would be Eclipse's turn.
Okay. So now I will run after them. So I guess I'm behind the wisp.
Mm-hmm.
I know it just left, but how far behind it would I be?
You would only be about 15 feet behind.
Could I spend a key point and do Step of the Wind?
Sure. That'd be a bonus action.
So I'll do that to catch up, and I'll whack it again.
All
with
right.
My quarterstaff.
Roll your attack.
And it's a 7.
That will miss, unfortunately.
I hate everything.
Lysander, you're up.
First, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Lek.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's 6 HP.
Okay. So you can remove all of your failed death saves and your successes.
Going back to just dead, but
6
no,
HP.
With
Yeah, you're back up.
well,
And with my bonus action, I'm gonna do my two-hand strike, try to swipe at it again with my sickle.
You have one hand occupied by. Oh, gotcha. Your offhanded strike. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Roll your attack.
That's a 12.
That will miss. That brings us to Zizix, unless Lysander would like to continue running.
Do I get to? No, I'm gonna stick right here for a minute. I'm
Okay.
not gonna give this thing a chance to attack me.
All right, Zizix, you are up. I'm sorry, no, it'd be Vega.
Okay. I hate being boring, but I'm just gonna take 2 swings at it again.
Okay. Save those spell slots.
Yeah, may as well. That's a 19.
That just hits.
Fuck this thing.
Yes.
That's 5 damage.
Okay. Go ahead and describe your fatality.
Oh, fucking finally. I run out in the hallway and I see it, and after having swatted at it, getting all flustered and angry, I step out in the hallway and I see it, and I take a second to center myself and focus. And I look back up and I run straight at it and just swing straight down on it.
And
it
your
does
sword
whatever those things do when they die.
slices through it, and then it kind of explodes into like a fairy dust kind of thing, and just trickles down, and the light that was shining from it slowly dissipates away.
Is there like dust left on the ground from it?
You can find a few pieces of what look like ash here and there.
I'm gonna spit on them.
All right.
thanks again, guys. Oh man, what a little mini excursion, huh? So let's go grab that basilisk, huh? Yeah, do that.
Yeah, why don't you grab the basilisk?
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And we'll meet you back there.
Okay. I mean, if you expect me to actually move anywhere by myself with this, probably not. But I'll try.
Get there eventually.
You'll make it as I put my hand on him, and I'll heal him. I'll cast. Hold on.
Zizix is just gonna go up to Lek and hand him a potion of healing, and then say, "Well, looks like you need this more than I do."
Indeed. Thanks again, Zizix.
And yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him as I put my hand on his shoulder and say, "I think you'll be okay." And that will heal him for. That will heal him for 8.
Okay, very good. And that's going to be where we're going to end for tonight with the Battle of the Big Bad Will-O-Wisp. Sorry for those who were commanded to carry other people upstairs and could not participate in fighting.
Hey, Carcass is doing his favorite thing. He is running.
True.
How much is the potion of healing good for?
Oh, 2d4. Plus 2?
Yeah, well, mine has 2d4 plus int, so I was gonna ask.
Oh,
is that,
because you made it.
yeah.
There you
So I was gonna ask, is that my int modifier
Yes,
or
it is.
the person taking it?
It is yours because you made it.
Okay, so that would be 2d4 plus 5.
Nice.
So 9.
Very nice. Oh, man. Almost ended by a will-o-wisp, not once, but twice.
Yeah. Really had it in for me. Like
Yeah.
everybody else does.
You disturbed the spirit, and it came to life and bit you.
I think it did more than that, but yeah.
Oh. You nearly died. Like, if it killed you with its consumed life, it would, that's bad news.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't one you could bounce back from. Yeah.
It only had 22 HP.
It was hard as fuck to hit.
Well, Lek, we didn't think that you'd bounce back from the other one, but you did.
True. I'm actually surprised I even got 14 points of damage on it by myself before I went out.
Well, thing about it is it's resistant to a whole bunch of shit. But
Of course it is.
no matter. Thanks everyone for joining throughout the session tonight. If you haven't already, hit the follow button, get notified each time that we go live every Wednesday, 7 p.m. on the dot. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for making it this far. That's awesome of you to watch all 4 hours of this session. But with that being said, thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Bye
Good night,
bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.